Hey guys, welcome to another video review. Today I'm going to be talking about another one of my Joe Dunaway pieces. This is the latest one I got. It's called Last Kiss Goodnight. It's a very unique statue with a lot of interesting components. So let's get started talking about her. The first thing to look at is the base. It's a really nice textured base. The idea is that this predator is standing in a maybe a Mayan or Incan temple. You can see there's moss and trees and branches, tree trunks along this really nicely weathered gray rock-like base, and it looks like it could come from like a temple floor or something like that. And to carry that theme, next to it you have this little idol. It's obviously completely detachable. You can take a look at that. And it does remind me of sort of the something you would see in the South American temple architecture. You can see again some of the leaves and moss. So Joe did a great job sort of plussing all of that, make it feel like it's coming right out of the jungle, so to speak. So here you go, right there. And you can see the cutout right there for the idol to just sort of fit right in there. It's a little bit awkward to have that. I have the main base on the turntable so I can showcase her off. But if you put it on off the turntable, it still just looks a little bit weird. You know, like this thing doesn't really fit into the base. You can actually see it jutting out. But there you have it. A little bit of background on this piece. I think Narin sculpted this one. It's very reminiscent of his style, but I can't really be sure. If anyone knows otherwise, you can please comment. I would appreciate that. This is one of a series of 4, and all 4 are predators. She is the only female, and each of those predators are standing on a base very similar to this one, and they each come with an idol, just like this one. So it's part of a series. This is the only one I bought because I didn't really like the other 3 predators very much. They all had these really stylized designs. Some of them were a little bit chunky. Some of them had these weapons that I didn't think was very interesting. The pose was a little off. So I didn't love any of the other 3, but this one I liked quite a lot. And so that's what I wound up buying and commissioning for Joe to paint up for me. So what is it about her that I like so much? Well, obviously Joe did a great paint job, as he always does, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But just to let you know, normally I do not like my female. I don't like female predators that are unmasked. You might find it a little bit funny, but there's just something about the fact that you have this sort of gaping jaw, the unmasked face, which is a monster, and then you couple that with like a feminine body with breasts. For some reason, I just never ever really enjoyed that combination. I have only one other female predator, and she's masked, so at least you can maybe pretend under the mask, it's not this face. So again, you might think that's sort of weird, but I don't know. I don't really like the monster face coupled with the feminine body. It's for that reason I never got this other one. It's called the Alien Mother or Alien Queen, where again it's like the head of an alien on top of this like nude female body. I always just thought that was kind of creepy, so I never enjoyed that. So for me to get this is sort of a big deal because I had to make an exception for that. So why did I get this one? Well, I do love statues and resin kits that can sort of tell you a story as well. There's certainly something to be said for a beautiful statue just standing in a normal, regular museum pose. But I also enjoy ones where there's a little bit more imagination in the art design, in the pose, and where maybe something is telling a story. And this one is definitely telling a story. She's obviously in a temple environment. She's been attacked by a face hugger. The face hugger has attached to her biomask. You can clearly see that. And then she's essentially ripping off the biomask to protect herself. And then she has her hand around the tail of that face hugger. The other hand is holding a razor sharp knife right here. And you can just sort of imagine that, you can always just imagine that the very next second, she's gonna rise up and just slash this face hugger in half. But there's a little bit of doubt in this story because the face hugger also has the tail wrapped around her neck. So I kind of love that tension and that sense of, in a sense, excitement or dread where you're not sure what's going to happen. And she has such a wonderful dynamic pose. Her legs are spread. She's struggling against the face hugger, and you just don't know where it's going to go. So I bought it based on that pose. It certainly has the most interesting and the most dynamic and the most powerful pose of the set of four, of which she is one of them. So that being said, of course, once Joe started painting it, we started talking about various color schemes. Obviously, he's going to do a tremendous job with the gunmetal armor, and that's going to be, for sure. The question at that point is, what are we going to do about her skin, her coloration? He obviously has the sort of standard jungle hunter type of, camouflage. And of course there's the elder coloration. But for her, I wanted her to pop a little bit more, have a different coloration. So he gave her sort of a little bit more dark patterns. This is almost like orangey, brownish. I do like that because she does pop quite a bit more. I don't want her to be a cartoon character, obviously, but again, I think she's going to stand out from the rest of the predators just because of that particular coloration. And I've been trying to experiment with him on some of that just to make some of these predators a little bit more unique looking. So let's go. Here's the view of the base. Very nice. I love the sort of the weathered look, the moss, the trees, the branches. It adds that little bit of realism. Let's take a look again. Wonderful detailing again with the gunmetal armor. You can see all of that. Here's the other one, the other foot. Turning around. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can focus this a little bit more, a little bit better. Backing up. Here have the thigh. There's the back again. She's in quite a bit of armor, so that's nice. You can see her gloves right here. Great job on the knife. Looks like metal. Here's the shoulders. So she's decked out almost completely in armor. You can see a little bit of the side, the waist is exposed. The dreads again, each dread individually applied, which is a Narin special. Usually his predators have that bit of detail, which is again what makes me think that this is a Narin piece. Very, very beautifully done here. Again, just sort of looking over the beautiful armor. Her belly is exposed. Right here, you can see the tiger stripes on the side. Sort of the greaves. Let me see if I can just... Yeah, I guess some of that detail there. There it goes. You can see where the neck attaches right there. And then of course the detailing of the actual head itself. In this case, the flash will give you a little bit more detail here. We're trying to give you more of a natural color, the natural contrast. Here's the work on the actual face hugger. It's glistening. Very, very nice. Here's all the quills on the side. Go 360. And on the undersurface, you can see the mask detailed very nicely here as well. And the claws of that face hugger gripping around it. So Joe did a great job painting the undersurface as well. You can see all of that detail. And then the crown itself over here. Just like that. Nice work again on the inside of the jawline, the teeth, the eyes. Nice shot from above. So there you have it. I'm gonna back up and then we'll turn her slowly. He only did one other one of these, and that one was a more normal coloration. So I'm pretty pleased with this one. So again, the things that set her apart, a lot more armor to her, great coloration, dynamic pose, finding that face hugger gripping against her biomask. All of that adds up to a pretty unique and powerful piece. After this one, I will run through with a flash so you can see some of the details closer up. All right, so this is now flash on. Let's take a look here at some of the details with this monolith here. Really nice. Here's the base now under flash lighting. Here's some of that metal armor work. Moving our way up. This is a chain, skull at the back. Again, so imaginative. Joe always finds a way to plus each piece. Here's the dreads, the armor. You can see the quills and the dreads. Take a look at the undersurface of that mask. As you can see with flash on, you can see all of that detail underneath it is really nice. And here we go. Look at the detail inside the mouth, the teeth, the webbing, the jaws, the veins. The back of the face hugger. This is not too good. The flash kind of kills that. But again, take a look at her face. It's very nice. You can get a nice shot here of the details there. All the quills there. And this side of the face right here. And then back it up again, so we can see the whole thing. Last Kiss Goodnight, which refers to obviously the kiss of the face hugger. And for one of these two, it's going to be the last kiss, I think is what the title of this piece is implying. So very rare kit. I'm happy to have it, and to have it painted by Joe on top of that is, of course, just icing on the cake. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to put this right back where it's supposed to be. One final shot of the whole thing to give you an idea of what it's supposed to look like. The entire thing. Hope you enjoyed that, and until next time, take care.